A very good and amazing morning from Nairobi, Kenya on this 18th day of March, the year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to have you again on this journey. Today, we look at wealth accumulation, management, and prosperity because in different levels, you find that a lot of times we have a feeling that our roads are closed. And indeed, is your road to wealth closed or you understand it clearly? When we talk about the wealth pyramid, we look at financial instability, stability, security, freedom, and then financial abundance. All this is an entire journey that needs us to begin learning from as early as can be possible. But the unfortunate thing is that as we walk on this road, not so many of us are prepared for this financial management journey or wealth creation or accumulated status that we go through. And we get an education that guides us on a totally different path. We, however, keep walking. And as we keep walking, we realize that life is its own school, and many different people take the routes totally different. Take, for example, here, the road was marked as closed, and here we have roadworks ahead. Yet this person cruises down to the very same place that has been marked as closed, and within seconds, he is rushing back again, coming towards looking at the new road. And so, on the stages of wealth creation, we understand some of these basic things. That number one, we need to have that foundation whereby you know very, very clearly what is wealth, how is it accumulated, who gets it, how do we manage it, you know? And so, when we talk of accumulation, growth, independence, preservation, all these are parts of the entire journey. Many times it is rocky, it stings, but when you follow it well, you get to independence, preservation, and finally a legacy. Are these things that we understand on our everyday journey as we walk? Some parts of our roads are paved well, some are sharp corners and sharp bends that we might not clearly understand. Sometimes we have paving on the that is blocked and we have no idea what is on the other side. But you can also look at it and see that we have forests and bushes, and our lives constantly run like that. But we can constantly move on towards financial independence. Mostly, as this journey continues, you realize that the wealth accumulation process is something that needs to be inclined in our deepest parts of the mind. Because even as we move on with life, education, family, health, politics, many different challenges come in. But our ladder to financial stability will constantly keep on growing. So other people hack it early, other people hack it in good time, others never hack it at all. So what are the challenges that makes other people not to hack it? Is because we clearly are not led, educated, trained, and mentored onto the right path. And this is what we miss. And when you miss the right path, you get to positions whereby you do not know how to turn, how to navigate, and how to make things happen because you have various roads looking and turning at very different positions. Some are rocky, some are rough, some parts are really tough, and you have to navigate and know what are my smooth ends towards making money, towards becoming financially free. And financial freedom gets to the level whereby you are now looking about abundance, which now makes you leave a legacy. And all these things are the things we need to look at today, has to be able to know that even for me as a person, how rocky has been my path. Where am I today? And where are you today? Are you able to look back and see the path that you have created? Is this what you have learned? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to this channel, and I am happy that we are talking about various opportunities, ideologies, and different directions and dimensions that we pick based on our wealth accumulation tangent. Thank you so much. I'm happy to always have you around. Thank you to George Nyawade, to Paul Ngovu, to different people who are constantly on this channel interacting, supporting, and being of good spirit as we continue to grow. So, yes, talking about wealth accumulation, many times we are in the financial doldrums because of one key reason. Did we start well or did we lose direction at an early stage? Are you born in poverty? Are you born in abundance? Are you born in wealth? Are you born in confusion? So, most of the times, where we were born, where we stay, the people we interact and constantly engage with shape our mindsets, shape our mentalities, and conditions our minds to be able to think in certain dimensions. Take, for example, here I am on this border, and we're having a chat with this friend of mine. And I kept on telling him that right now the roads are in terrible shape, meaning that part of the infrastructure puts people away. But if the roads are done and they are done well, then more populations increase are witnessed in this kind of an area. The more people come, the more social amenities are opened up. People come to build, people come to invest, people come to do businesses, churches begin to grow, and where there are numbers, definitely there are needs. Where there are needs and challenges, we will come to create solutions. When we create solutions, we solve people's problems, and that is how business and commerce continues to grow. And so the whole point is, even as we as individuals continue to grow up, are we trained to be able to see opportunities? Are we trained to solve problems? Are we brought up to be able to create solutions? Because each time there is a need, there is a solution. And when there is a solution, are you the provider? Or are you the one constantly grumbling and complaining about many problems? So, on that journey, I began to realize that sometimes you just need to take a walk and look at the world around you and be able to see what are people in need of. What do people require at any given moment? What are people saying about certain things? Are they heavy loads upon themselves? Which one can you solve? Do you have the capacity and the ability and the will to be able to solve these problems? And every time you go out of your way to do this, then trust me, you will be paid for the solutions that you create. And so, many times, this is part of what we lose. We grow up and we are looking at obstacles on our path. We see others driving, others walking, others sleeping, others idle, and many people have no idea even what to do. But every given time when you sit back and you focus, you will realize that the wealth journey starts in your mind and it starts way early. So, how then do you transform yourself in case you found yourself already on a poverty mentality? They say necessity is the mother of invention. We all have a brain. We are all created with intuition and wisdom. Knowledge is what we accumulate based on our environment and surroundings. And everybody can use an opportunity to their advantage. You can look at other people's wealth and curse and condemn and hate upon them, or you can hang out and as you take your walk, realize that you too have the capacity and the capability to be able to do something bigger and better even for yourself. So the wealth journey starts from your mentality. How is it today? Are you aware of where you are at? And are you aware of some of the things you need to be able to do to shift it? If you got an education, is this education helping you to make proper judgment? Are you seeing yourself becoming a solution? Are you changing? Are you becoming different? Or you are just wallowing in poverty? Yes, this is what we need to talk about. And so when I took my walk, I constantly look around the environment. I interrogate and ask myself a lot of questions. And each time I answer one question, I am a step closer to getting to where I need to be. And if you notice that this time I've been talking a lot about the rich mentality because that is what we need to get. And so, how do you build a rich mentality? There are definitely people who have gone ahead of us. There are people who have succeeded in what we want to succeed onto. And so How do you walk on their path? How do you make things happen like they did? The only thing can be to find people whom you can interact with, identify them, connect with them, and begin walking the path that they are walking. And when you do this, you definitely will find yourself moving in the direction that you need to be able to move. And everything becomes a constant change in the line of where you want to move into. So, shift your mindset, meet the right people, begin identifying what they have done, and take that journey to walk with them because they are already walking and they are where you want to go. And so it is possible for you to be able to move with them. Sometimes the road might be murky. Nobody said it was gonna be easy. But trust me, you've got to float and keep on going. Learn, be aggressive, be ready to change your mind, be ready to shift on those principles. And trust me, you will definitely be able to move. Your pace is your pace. But when you look out and see some of the things you need to do, you will realize that life is indeed a journey that everybody walks at their own pace. Never underestimate your capacity because remember, most of the people you are admiring didn't start walking yesterday. They didn't start walking the day before yesterday. Everybody is at their own step, their own pace, their own purpose. So you know yourself, understand your position, know your status, and just start that journey. Because remember, everybody arrives. If you don't arrive, it is your own mistake, and you will have no one at all to blame. So, number two, when we are moving on to wealth diversification, there's a lot of things that you need to be able to do because you have identified how to create wealth, you have begun accumulating wealth, and now you get to levels of diversification. When you diversify, definitely you are moving on to the point of creating abundance. And once you've created abundance, trust me, you are now able to create the freedom that you need. And with that freedom, where your money now works for you, you are well cruising into creating a legacy. And legacy is what we all want to create. But do everybody make it there? Maybe yes, maybe no. It all depends on what your mentality remains at. But is there a position when you say you're late? Is anybody ever late to become wealthy? Trust me, the answer is a big no. We can all accumulate wealth at the position that we need to, at the determination of the time that we have learned that this is what we need to do. But many people give up, quit, surrender unto nature. But people build big empires around us every day, every night. What is their state of mind? How do they even make it happen? Trust me, your journey is right on your hands. Keep going, keep driving, keep observing, keep learning. And the more you learn, the more you want to shift and transform. We can each make it big. No one is stunted. No one is stopping you. No one is allowing you not to grow, but your own limitations. So, how do you manage your limitations? Like I said, take turns and build the direction of the people who have already succeeded. It's a very basic principle of role models and mentors. Whom are you looking up to? Are they considering to hold your hand? Or are you talking to people who are not walking the same direction that you intend to go? Identify and meet the right people. Talk to them. Be open. State your position and say where you are stuck. If these people are willing to go the rough road with you, they will hold your hand and move with you. So if you don't identify the right people, remember, when you tell the right thing to the wrong people, you get into a disaster. But when you tell the wrong people the right things, you still get into a disaster. So, how do you communicate effectively and with the right people who give you direction of where you need to go? My friends, we can all make it, we can all start and end powerfully. It's all in our minds. It's all in how aggressive we want to be to go out there and to the unknown and to the uncharted waters and be able to say, this is where I want to start. We can all begin and we can all end wealthy. We can be powerful, we can realize our dreams, we can achieve them. Nobody is condemned to a destiny that they do not desire unless you condemn yourself. So, what is your wealth thinking mindset? What is your wealth creation mentality? Do you believe you can do it or you don't think it is possible? Whether you say yes or no, you're always right. What matters is what is the giant in the room. What is pushing you to want to go out there and do something different? Do you have needs? Do you have desires? Do you have things that you want to realize? That is the giant that should be pushing you. And so I say, wealth creation, wealth management, wealth accumulation is a possibility. No matter how difficult it is, I have not said it's going to be a walk in the park, but trust me, you start by realizing that other people are doing it. Why not me? Look, this is something that was created in the depths of this uh, area that we were driving. How did this person even think about this? You saw how plain the whole place was. But look at the mindset that built some of these things. What were they thinking about? How fast were they thinking? Where were other people when these people were looking at it? If you look at the area, it's easy to say that's an arid area. Nothing will ever happen. But somebody looks at it and said, that's what I want. I'm going to set up in there. Two people, same location, same ideas, same opportunities, but one undermines and belittles, condemns and criticizes, but one jumps in there, sets it up, and gets things going. And before long, other people follow in the footsteps of the one who dared. And when that has happened, latecomers or the so-called late adopters begin to come. So what do? Are you a risk taker? Are you an early adopter? Do you see opportunities and run? Or do you see challenges and escape? It's all about what we do. The walls you build around you are the ones that will either protect you and keep you poor, or you can crush them and go out there and build your own gates so that you can transform your life, enter into a new world, and make things happen. The money talk is in your mind. If you don't do it, nobody will do it for you. That is the whole process. Pick it up, run, and begin talking to yourself. Ask yourself very key questions. Answer them ruthlessly and fiercely. And trust me, you will transform. Because every single day we have the opportunity and the chance for wealth, for abundance, for security, and for impact in the lives that we want to transform. But if you don't do this, it will not happen for you. So look back and see how far you have come and strive to achieve greatness into the direction that you are going. For this is what life is all about. We continue talking about wealth. It was a pleasure having all of us here today. I hope this simple talk has been able to challenge you to go out of your journey and also begin to do things differently. No matter how plain or empty anything might appear to be, you have the power to rise and to make a difference, because that is what God created us to be. Abundance is abundance. Look how long it took us to just come and see a farmer who is busy with their animals. Could you have imagined this was going to happen here? Were you only seeing dry land, arid land, empty land with nothing? But look at how healthy these goats are. And we went all the way to be able to look at the business model. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is doable, it is possible, I can do it, and you certainly will do it. Clean your mind, shift it, and change it so that you can begin to make a difference. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Looking forward to the next video. It will be amazing to have you here.